right. Good morning. Welcome to this March 4th, 2026 Board of Sanitary Commissioners meeting. If you would all please rise with me and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. All sanitary commissioners are present today. No excused absences. We'll move into our public comment period. Those wishing to make public comment can please approach the podium, speak for less than 3 minutes, and please state their name. Anyone wishing to approach may do so now.
Go ahead.
Hey neighbor, how you doing?
Bob?
So first of all, I want to say thanks for serving on a board. I know how much fun that is. So I guess the reason I'm here today, we've been in business about 40 years, and I've just noticed a change this year in how you are handling delinquent sewage bills. We've never had one in 40 years, and we had 2 this year. And I think what it is, so when a tenant would put the sewage in their name at that house, then like if a kid would move out or an adult, anybody, and that sewage bill still went to that house, some of these people just throw their trash away. And I talked to the girls over here in this office. They said, well, those sewage bills go to your office. And we have a stack of sewage bills like that every month. And we always paid them in 40 years. And for some reason, 2 of them got through, and they put liens on the properties now. I don't mind a lien. I've never had one because I understand you guys have got to get paid. I just did some of my own research. I mean, sanitary district is multi-millions in debt. And I understand you got to go collect all the money. I get it. I mean, 36 million, 54 million, 40 million. I get it. I understand debt. Believe me, I'm in the real estate business. But I've never had a lien, and I didn't even get notified. That's why I thought it was really unique. I mean, usually they'd send an email or somebody say, hey, we're going to put a lien on one of your properties in 10 days. But they'll put a lien on now. And I went over and tried to pay off these 2 liens. I went over to the courthouse in Polk's office, and he said, well, Bob, we're not even set up to take your checks. He said, we told the sanitary district that we're not even set up yet. So I said, you mean I can't pay these off? They said, I can't take your money. He said, can you come back next week? So I went back, and he said, Bob, come in here. He said, I'll let you pay them off. I've got the receipts where they're paid off. But then I talked to the girls over across the hallway, and they said, those can't be taken off till July. I said, what if I have a closing? Because we buy and sell real estate all the time, and that could stop a sale. And they said, well, there's nothing we can do about that. I've never heard of it where you pay a bill and it satisfies something, and then it still is held against you. And you're the board. I wish you guys would take a better look at this, because these can hold up closings, especially if somebody. I went down there that day and paid these off in full. And they said, well, those won't come off until July. And I think you guys need to put a little more research into it, because it's, you got to be able to pay the bill off if you're saying it's there. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you let me know if you ever come up with what you can do about it? Because they're not notifying anybody if a lien goes on. They're just doing it. There's no notification whatsoever. They're saying they're mailing stuff out, but we've had the same post office box for 36 years. We didn't get 2 of them for some reason. But then we never got a last-minute notice saying, you're going to get a lien. So that's all I've got. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
My name is William Shields, and I reside at 4008 West Sandpiper Court here in Muncie. I've been at this address 44 years, and yes, like this gentleman, I've noticed some changes in the billing too. My current bill has gone up to $31.40 when it was currently at, it was only like $26. So I'm curious as to how you can have a rate increase when I'm paying minimum on my water bill, and I'm only using about, I just had it, 39 to 41 gallons of water per day on average. If you look at your billing, it shows right here that I'm in the red, meaning I'm below normal usage. Now, I live alone, my family's raised, and I've been here 44 years, okay? Now, I live on a cul-de-sac street, and on that cul-de-sac street, out of 10 homes, 5 of us are all retirees. 2 of them are handicapped. One's in a nursing home, so she shouldn't be paying a bill even if she had a water bill. But I see here, you know, you got a base rate. There's no meter there. You can't gauge it. Now, come on. $14.92 for a base rate, and then you tack on another $16.48 based on my usage. I don't know, I don't get notice of when you're having rate increases, although I heard last year at January you took a rate increase. Somebody said it was on average about $1. Well, the dollar's only worth about 30 cents, so that's not a big hit. But when you start raising it in 5s and 10s, now that starts to concern me, because when you have, I'm guessing 70,000 customers, and this gentleman may have more than I have in the way of numbers, but it just seems ironic to me that out of 10 homes on this neighborhood, that I'm the only one that will come in and speak up about issues. I hate to say it, but like I said, 5 out of the 10 are retirees. And it just seems ironic to me that, you know, we have a cul-de-sac street, we have a ditch assessment, but the ditch never seems to get serviced. And it's not a big neighborhood. It's quiet. The children, there's only 3 out of 10 that have children. So when you have a family, you know, I can understand their usage being up, really. I mean, I had a swimming pool at one point in time, and every kid in the neighborhood swam in it. But I just went through a reassessment, and they were wanting to raise my assessment by $30,000, and that's just deplorable. I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income. I'm a former veteran. You know, it just seems really ironic to me that, having been in 2 family businesses, that there's no checks and balances. So that's the reason I'm here today. I'm hoping that you will assist my neighbors in their ditch problem. I mean, what's the percentage? I mean, you know, we get a retiree gets, what, 2.8% Social Security increase, and we're not getting any tax relief. I have to question this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shields.
Rick Yenser, newsman and author. I've heard some noise about this too, and I think people forget that you don't tell them. A couple of years ago, you raised rates over the successive 4 years, and I think this is the year that rates probably went up 12 or 17%. I don't have the resolution, but maybe you should do a little bit better job of telling people, because I've heard a lot of noise, not just here, but everywhere I go, that these rates are excessive. But I know you have to separate sewers and comply with federal clean water laws, but I don't think the federal government really cares about water or air right now, since we're in a state of war. The other thing that I noticed too coming in today, I know it's not the sanitary district, but you might want to give an update of why the gas company is ripping out all the gas lines up and down the downtown. I remember they replaced them when the sanitary district built that storm sewer from the hotel down the river about 15 years ago. But it just seems like an excessive amount of work that I can't get anything out of center point of why they're doing it. And again, since you're also the city engineer and in charge of public works, since they renewed your contract with the company to the tune of about $500,000 today, I wish that the government would do something of what Centerpoint left behind on the sidewalks down there at South Madison. They've been dirt all winter. They said they couldn't get concrete. Well, I know you get concrete. I know Indiana, Michigan gets concrete during the winter. So I wish the government would do something, because you've got businesses down there that had to live with no sidewalks along that commercial route. So just a few things to think about.
Thank you, Mr. Yenser. Any others? All right. Finishing that up, we'll move on to the consideration of our February 18th, 2026 board minutes. Are there any commissioners liking to make any statements or make a motion in that regard?
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Having a motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Hearing none opposed, the board minutes are approved for the February 18th meeting. We'll next move on to consider a register of claims totaling $1,683,567.76. Would any commissioner like to make a statement in regards to those claims? Seeing none, I've got a couple highlighted just because these are a little bit above our base average. Wrong set. Find it here. These are payments to Lockmuller as part of our long-term control plan as agreed to with IDEM. So there are 3 of these. There was one for $286,419.37, one for $115,768.70, and another for $174,248.68. This is for our Kilgore Interceptor project, and that's just all engineering, survey, and geotechnical fees. So with that said, and seeing no one else wishing to bring anything forward, I'll entertain a motion in regards to the claims.
Motion to approve.
Second motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Hearing none opposed, the claims are approved. Next, we go into our district administrator update. There is currently no district administrator, so I'm filling that in a temporary role. Basically, the closure remains out here next to City Hall. High Street remains open. Tom is not here. There he is, sorry. Tom is here. No closures for our normal operations, and it's pretty much business as usual at this moment. Our district administrator search has yielded a couple potential leads, so we'll get them interviewed, and we'll hopefully have somebody else to take that over here soon. Moving to our department head update, we do not have one of these this month. And that said, old business, we'll start far end, Mr. Clark,
No old business, Mr. President.
Mr. Selvey,
No business.
Mr. Overton,
None today.
Mr. Smith,
No old business.
none for me as well. New business, we have none on our schedule. So then we will move on to our additional board topics. Mr. Clark,
No additional topics, thank you.
Mr. Selvey,
None.
Mr. Overton,
Not today.
Mr. Smith.
Nothing additional today.
And per usual, try to say something nice about somebody. I'll look out in the crowd and see who I can say something about. I'll probably pick on Mr. Stover today. Tim is kind of the backbone of our operation, him and Dustin. We have a 2.5-man, I think theoretically, IT department, but they keep every other department kind of running, and they do a lot of stuff in the background, and not everybody always appreciates IT while things are running well, and they're usually mad when things are broken. So currently everything is running well, so good job, Tim, and we'll be mad at you later. Thank you. That said, everything's done for now. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion in a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.